Hello to everyone out there. I'm JD, and today we're going to be doing a quick overview of some of the basic equipment that can help you get started if you're interested in investigating the paranormal. And again, these are some of the more economical choices. There's a lot of equipment out there, and some of it is far more expensive than other particular models might be. For example, as you can see, I've got a regular digital recorder here. Bare bones, this is probably one of the more essential pieces of gear you can have. This one's an RCA. I chose this one because it's got a USB interface, which makes it easier for me to upload the digital files onto my computer, so that I can use an editor to work on them, clean them up, see if there's anything there. Handheld digital camera. Again, lots of varieties, lots of models to choose from. This one just happens to be an HP, one of the more economic models. Slide protector also turns the unit on and off when you open and close the door. It does have a zoom lens, but I prefer to get cameras that don't have a lot of extra moving parts on them. Just in the long run, they'll be a little more productive than ones with these auto-focusing lenses that come in and out. And just had a couple of problems. The last one I had like that, and I haven't got another one. Probably another very good piece of equipment to invest in is a night vision camcorder. And when it comes to night vision camcorders, I'm afraid to say hands down Sony is the leader in the field of or in that market. This one is the mini DV model. Of course, now they're coming out with all the different varieties that have the hard drives built into them, or DVD ROM drive built into them. It's your choice. This one can be picked up for about $200. It's small, compact. As you see, it's pretty easy to manipulate and get on your hand. It fits pretty well, and it's not a monster. I prefer smaller ones. It still its night vision is the night shot that comes built on this standard model is fairly effective. It's not bad. You can see in a typical room-sized area like this fairly well in the dark, and I'll demonstrate that on one of my next clips. But for now, just just a basic breakdown. If you're going to get the camcorder, I would also recommend that you pick up some type of infrared illuminator. Now, this particular model here, as you can see, has just got a standard accessory bracket. You can get them at Walmart. They'll clip onto tripods, or you can mount it on a tripod. Just leave it looking as just a static camera. It's going to be looking into an area, and it's not going to be moved. But the best accessory you can get for your camcorder, besides having a couple of spare batteries, is the infrared illuminator. Now, this one is a Cyma, and you can pick it up at Best Buy for about $35. And you have the option of either using it with the 2 nickel-cadmium AAA batteries that come with it, which I right away scrapped after. I just don't think they hold the charge long enough to really be useful. You can also take it apart and just use regular AAAs, which is better to get a good supply of AAAs. That way, when it runs out, you just restock your batteries. And of course, the adapter would plug in here to charge the rechargeables. Simple on-off switch. Now, some of these Sony camcorders come with a dedicated hot shoe, which allows you to use a couple of models of infrared illuminators that you can get from, for example, there's another good model here you can pick up from Sony, again for around $50 if you want to go that way. But bear in mind, this will factor into your battery life, because it uses the power from the actual battery in your camcorder. A thermometer. Okay, these little babies, used to be able to pick them up at Radio Shack. I don't know if they're still selling them. It is an infrared thermometer. It's got a nice convenient belt clip. It's easier to put in a pocket, or stick it somewhere. I prefer to wear BDU pants because you have extra pockets, places to put everything. You can clip 2 or 3 items in one pocket, and it's just ready, easy access when you need it. If you need it in a hurry, you can pull it out. It's easy to use. You simply aim in the direction you want to sample the temperature, and you fire away. Of course, word of caution is these are infrared based, so they do utilize a light to calculate what the temperature is. There are certain conditions and items that can interfere with that and give you some pretty darn strange readings sometimes. So expect some growing pains while you're figuring out exactly the most effective way to utilize them. But it's not a bad tool to have, not a necessity, but a nice convenience. And then again, back to the ELF detectors here. Now this particular model, you used to be able to pick it up through a couple of different sites on the internet for about $12 or $13, maybe even less. Some of them had two for like 20 bucks. It used a standard 9-volt battery, everyone's favorite, the square one with the 2 posts at the top, and a simple on-off switch. And what you have is a very simple series of display lights here. Green means you're in the safe range. As your milligauss goes up, yellow light will begin to flicker and come on, and then a red light means that you've exceeded the 8 milligauss setting already. So in other words, you're getting a pretty high reading. Again, the safe light is anywhere from 0 to 2.5 milligauss, and then from 2.5 to 7 your caution light will come on and off. Again, that's the degree from the safe zone is actually it's more than you would think, because if you're considering that you're going from 0 to 2.5 milligauss, sometimes some of the readings you're going to get are going to be pretty small, and anything less than that you're not going to pick up with this. So again, bear in mind it is economical for those of you who are on a money crunch like I am. And another alternative is to wait and save up some money and pick up one of the models that's a little more expensive. I mean, again, you can go online, you can search out some of these paranormal investigator sites and view about accessories, or you can just do a search for EMF detectors or electromagnetic field detectors. And companies make them for various reasons. They're used to detect electrical lines, interference. So their intended purpose originally was for those type of industrial uses, and not per se as a tool to be used in paranormal investigation. That, again, it's the theory that a spirit or an entity, when it interacts within an area, it alters the Earth's magnetic field, and these changes, the idea is that these devices will be able to detect some of those changes. Again, just the equipment I have here would not cost a fortune. Combination, well, other than the camcorder, you can get a good digital camera, the recorder, IR thermometer like this one was like $9 at Radio Shack, of course, and you got to buy the battery for less than I don't know, I won't say that. This camera, probably a cheaper digital camera, probably still run you about 40-50 bucks, but still for less than 100 you can get all the equipment here, just this components here, which is, I guess you could say, would be the bare bones items. Again, the camcorder really is, in my opinion, it is a necessity, because you want to try to document as much as you can. And although EVPs are accepted as, in most circles, as evidence of paranormal activity, and that you can do a lot just with a voice recorder, but I can't say enough about, really, after I got my first couple of camcorders, I really felt like I could be more productive in an investigation. I would have the chance of having, you can also capture EVPs with them as well, and there have been times where I've been out there with my digital recorder there with me, you know, taping along, and I've caught EVPs on my camcorder that I did not catch on my handheld recorder. So for the first unit, there's just, again, a basic breakdown. In my next segment, I'll go more into detail on some of the use and applications of these items, and some more options you might have for some of them. So until then, this is JD signing out.